Each year, heavy rain turns part of Malaysia's cities into rivers. Cars float, roads disappear, and lives are disrupted. But why does this keep happening? Is it just bad weather, or is there something more? Malaysia, like many developing nations, is undergoing rapid urbanization. But in the rush to build more homes, roads, and shopping malls, have we forgotten to plan properly?
Firstly, what are flash floods? According to the National Weather Service, flash floods are defined as rapid flooding of low-lying areas. They are caused by heavy rainfall and can be intensified by poor infrastructure. Urban areas are more prone to flooding as they occur so quickly that most people are caught off guard and don't have the time to prepare. Flash flooding can easily escalate many situations, with fast-rising waters that may trap individuals, damage property, and disrupt livelihoods.
In Malaysia, these risks are alarmingly real. Flash floods in Malaysia have become a growing issue, with cases occurring back-to-back during the monsoon season especially. It has also been proven that 60% of flash floods occur due to insufficient local drainage. These flash floods leave people with injured selves, damaged houses, and more. More recently, according to the Department of Statistics Malaysia, the 2024 floods resulted in total flood-related losses reaching 933.4 million ringgit, with the highest impact on people's homes, followed by infrastructure and agriculture.
In order to find out more, we have created a survey that went towards a wide range of local citizens and recorded their responses. Here are the results. The results from our first two polls reveal that 43.8% of 105 respondents have experienced a flood, while 45.5% of those who have not reported that their family members have faced one. In other words, approximately 2/5 Malaysians have either lived through a flash flood or know someone close who has, highlighting just how widespread and severe this issue is.
Next, an overwhelming 90.5% of respondents believe that poor drainage systems are a major cause of flash floodings in their communities, with 50.5% of respondents believing that local authorities are addressing these problems rather poorly. From this, we can see that most Malaysians recognize the root cause of flash floods, and there is a growing sense of frustration about the lack of adequate action being taken.
Justifying these concerns, we can also see from here that only 46.7% of 105 respondents have seen local authorities or anyone else clean the drains to prevent future flooding, with 53.3% stating that they have never seen such efforts. This reinforces the perception that drainage maintenance in Malaysia is often neglected, explaining why so many Malaysians feel that local flood management is lacking, and why public frustration and distrust continues to grow.
Other than the survey, we interviewed local Malaysians who have been affected by flash floods to raise awareness and to see firsthand how these events have impacted their daily lives, safety, and livelihood.
The flood that I experienced was near my workplace, which is at Publica. If I'm not mistaken, that would be the Dutamas area. Most stretches in that Dutamas area itself is prone to flash floods and severe flash floods, so it's quite dangerous to drive at. In those specific areas, I would think that it's a mix of factors, which would be probably firstly drainage itself, meaning that the flow of the water is not sufficient given how quickly the water rises in those areas. Secondly, I would think that because there are plenty of construction going on around those areas, I would think that there are disruption from them. In specific to the area where I've experienced flash flooding, I would think that it's because of possibly the infrastructure that's built in those areas is not sufficient or is no longer sufficient to withstand the amount of waterfall, and also possibly there are blockages because of the density in that area now. Density in the sense of the increased number of buildings, increased number of construction projects. From what I am aware of, I would think execution of mechanisms to prevent social impact in those areas, because urban development is happening, and on paper everything looks great because there's the EIA, SIA, which are short for Environmental Impact Assessment and Social Impact Assessment. So on paper everything looks great. However, when it comes to execution, I would think there is a shortcoming, because otherwise there wouldn't be such a deficit between what's on paper and what's actually happening, because these floods seem to be quite easily prone to happen to those areas.
My name is Lim Lip Eng. I'm the Member of Parliament for Kepong in Malaysia. This is my fourth term as the Member of Parliament. The location of my constituency is called Gambut. It's just next to my current area. So now my area is called Kepong. Okay, in Kepong, which within Kuala Lumpur, the capital city of Malaysia, I'm quite lucky that my area is on a highland. So there's no major flood issue except for flash flood. You can even have flash floods on a elevated highway. Elevated highway, even though it's on top, but if the drain underground, the drain is blocked, then you can have a flash flood when there's a heavy downpour. The place is called Jalan Antoy, Kepong Baru. It's next to a monsoon drain. Sometimes the monsoon drain is stuck with all the rubbish, and the heavy rain brings more rubbish to the monsoon drain. So every year there will be at least once or twice incident of flash flood in Jalan Antoy. It's a residential area. Both. I think it's the anxiety lah, the inconvenience. You have to take one day off from your work to clean up your house and to buy new furnitures. I think it's the latter, the infrastructure. They don't have a proper design of our sewage system, and our sewage system is old, outdated. It was built maybe 20 years ago. It cannot accommodate the water output now. Now we have condominiums. 20 years ago, we don't have condominiums. Yeah, I think the lack of the upgrading of the infrastructure, I think that is the main cause of any flood.
The first step in resolving an issue is to address the issue at hand and to bring awareness to it. We decided our course of action would be to take it to a local minister.
By bringing the issue to someone in a position of authority, we hope that meaningful steps can be taken to implement solutions, influence policy changes, and encourage wider community support.
It will take a very huge effort to solve this flash flood issue in Kuala Lumpur once and for all. We have to come up with a holistic planning, meaning you have to lay a huge underground piping to accommodate not only current amount of water, also we have to think of the future increase of the amount of water or sewerage. If you don't do that, I don't think the flash flood issue will be solved in Kuala Lumpur. And to do that, it means to dig the road and lay underground piping. It is a huge project. It will cause even further inconvenience to the road user.
On top of that, we also decided to present slides explaining flash flooding, why it is dangerous, and protective measures that can be taken to the Year 10 cohort of Global Perspective students in our school. We also passed out flyers to the students for a clearer and more concise understanding of our presentation. From this, we hope that our concerns will be well addressed and that effective measures will be taken to address the issue of flash flooding. By encouraging action and raising awareness, we believe that the impact of flash floods can be reduced, helping protect lives, property, and creating a more resilient community. Thank you.